nenywa omwenge ne mpulira kale nga nvuddeko nzenna sikyategeera bintu.
Hi everyone, to everyone watching. Should I say Happy New Year? Oh, 1 month has already passed. Anyway, it has been long, and guess what? I'm back. And today we are at St.Julian High School, Seeta campus. My name is Precious. I name Baba Subi. And besides me, I have these wonderful students. Some are ladies, some are gentlemen. Before we go further, they're going to introduce themselves, and then I'll tell you what we're going to discuss about today. We shall start with the gentleman.
Alright, greetings to you all there watching, guys. My name is Pista, the big brand on the stage.
The big?
A very good evening to you all. I am Awino Maureen, lawyer, known as the Miss Julian High School, Seeta campus.
Good evening to everyone watching. My name is Anyait Stefania Kari, and I'm the speaker, St. Julian High School.
Okay, these boys, the things they've added on their names, I can't repeat them, but here we have Miss Julian. I'm with the queen herself, and we also have the speaker of the school. So today we're going to talk about something that is, running on social media. On 14th February, you all know it is a day of lovers. Yes, Valentine's Day. And a certain boy, a young boy like you, went to visit the so-called girlfriend in the parents' home. And when the parent found this boy, the parent was so bitter, like very, very bitter, to the extent that he beat the boy to death. Okay? Some of them are taking it as a father's love trying to protect his daughter, but the so-called father's love protecting his daughter, or the so-called protection, claimed someone's life. A young boy of your age, a very young boy, an 18-year-old boy called Martin. So, with that, or relating to that, we're going to talk about parents, protection, and the pressure. Because as a parent, they have to protect us, the children. Okay? You're all young, okay, accept me, but still, my parents have to protect me, okay? But now I'm referring to young people like you. You're young, your parents have to protect you. That is the parents and protection. But that also comes with pressure, okay? Maybe your parents are afraid my child is going to do this or my child is going astray. Like the pressure is also too much on them to see that you grow into a lady or a gentleman that they want you to grow into. Okay? So today we're going to talk about protection, parents, and the pressure. Okay? Which I'll start with. What do you really think protection means? If they say protection, what really comes into your mind? What do you understand when you hear the word protection, or I'm being protected, or something that is related to protection? What do you get into your mind, or what comes into your mind? We're going to start with you, Mr. Kelly.
Actually, about protection, as you know, even the word is like, it has that self-explanatory stuff. Like protection, like we have parents, you get? So about this Martin's case, I don't think that beating him up to death was the right idea. Yeah, because the parent was trying maybe to protect the what? The girl child. But then you cannot protect someone by taking someone's life. Yeah.
And yet this boy wasn't really there to harm the girl. I mean, they were in the so-called.
But right now, it's kind of like, for me, on my perspective, I kind of blame the one who took someone's life. Maybe we have like security personnel, like the police, you get. That one can be.
So in this case, do you really support that the father's girl was really trying to protect the girl, or it was beyond protection?
And then I think it's murder already.
Okay, let's see what your girl child has to say about this. Kubanga, when I feel a love, you don't know what that means. Me Uganda kachina muromio.
according to me, yeah, I got to know that news when I was still home because Valentine's got me home. It was really so sad. Like, I couldn't really believe it. Yes, parents, we need to protect our kids. Yes, it is very right for a parent to protect their children. But how are you going to protect me? Protect me in a way that it can't destroy my relationship with my friends, leave alone the other kind of relationship that someone might think of. I mean the friendship that you think your friends can do something for you, they can take you somewhere. What her dad really did wasn't nice, okay? Because I don't think Martin really had a bad idea. Because Martin is 17, 18. Yeah, he's just 18. And to be sincere, a boy that gets his time and goes to your home has no harm on you. Okay, yeah, we do date. Yes, people do date, but trust me, there's some datings you just do them for peer pressure because all my friends are dating, you're the single one, so you have to get someone. This boy going to this girl's home, it wasn't a big deal, Bambi. Her father wouldn't have treated him that way because beating him like till death, it wasn't nice. Because if this boy really had a bad idea, there are very many guest houses in Uganda, I should say, in the whole of Uganda, there are very many. He would have taken that girl, or maybe he would have taken this girl somewhere if we wanted to do that. Because I swear these days, the love of these days, people have two things in mind. If she doesn't love me, I kill her. If she doesn't love me, I'm going to do something bad to her. If she doesn't love me, I'm going to try my best to find ways of getting her, you get? But this boy didn't have any bad intentions, according to me. Because someone that gets up and goes to your home has no harm. My mama always tells me that, Maureen, you know what? You're a big girl. I won't stop you from dating, but look at where you're going to. And that's why my mom says, your friends that come home and doesn't cause harm to you, I don't have a problem. But me getting you outside with someone, it becomes a big deal. Get? So it was really so bad. Because literally, yeah, fathers, we need to protect our children. Yes, me, I didn't receive my dad's love. But trust me, what he did was wrong. Would have at least taken the boy to the police and they sorted out things, or even called the boy's parents and they explained their solutions and they talk. Not necessarily beating someone. These days Uganda has developed, according to me, it's no longer those days whereby beatings would resolve everything. You get?
I thank you so much for those opinions. So from that, we're going to talk about the importance of communication between parents and their children, because we assume if maybe there was a proper communication between the parent and the child, that wouldn't have happened. Whatever happened wouldn't have happened. So we are going to outline the importance of communication between parents and their children. And we're going to start from our lovely speaker.
Thank you so much. Well, the importance of communication, like between the parents and the children, okay, I would say it creates a bond, but then how the parent reacts, it's also like something, like a point to be noted. You know, you'll try to be open to your parents, be like, you know what, mom, yeah, I got a boyfriend. No? Some point she'll be cool with it, but then I don't know, maybe it keeps bumping back into her mind. She's like, she got a boyfriend, her future. You know, mothers always want the best for their, okay, every parent does so, like they want the best, but then you try to be open to them. They'll seem like it's okay with them at that moment, but then after some time they get to like throw tantrums at you. They start, you know, this, that makes you feel out of place. Okay, yeah, it's important to be open to your parents. It creates that bond, it creates that love, and maybe you might find that, but then also, I think being open is what led to Martin's death, because if he was not open about the relationship, maybe he would have still been on earth. But then also it was important in the other way around, like to show that he did not have bad intentions towards the girl. So yeah, it's important to create that bond, but then also it's disadvantageous at the same time.
Maybe being Africans, being raised in African families, I think that's also a reason as to why. Tell me, what is the importance of communication between children and their parents?
All right, well, allow me to take you back to my colleague's point that he uttered, the point of murder. Indeed, this was murder. Okay, let me take you this scenario. It's like someone throwing a note of $20 in order to pick a note of $50, whereby you see those things that they don't weigh the same. So this, instead of this, the father to the daughter, okay, let's say like charging the boy Martin, let me say the red, right? The red Martin with other charges, because we have the law. Because what the father did, the father was inciting violence. That was an inciting violence way. So some parents are tough on us, and whereby we find our parents. We have, like some of us that have parents, not me, but there are people that have parents which are actually they're not friendly.
Your parent is friendly?
Yeah, mine.
Okay.
Actually, I love my mother. Right. So we have some parents who are so tough on us. But for me, many, actually this is a huge problem in Africa, whereby the kind of parental love which the children are experiencing these days, it's that of can I say it's like that of a military, as if Maje. Okay, it's a Maje. Okay, we don't have that love whereby your parent is your friend, your parent is your best friend, and most of it comes to these things of relationships. It always gives children hard time
to communicate to their
parents about such issues, because when they communicate to them, their parents will just be like, hey, what, the parent will just go astray instead of guiding and counseling that young fellow, that young child. That my daughter, you're getting into this thing, but you must do this.
That's true.
And these are the outcomes. And in case you have someone, I think it's better for our parents to know the people we are dating. Yeah, so what Martin did actually was some kind of an express. Martin wasn't in hard. Because many of the children having people actually they are dating over 4 men. But when the parents don't know.
No, any of them. Actually, some are dating men in ages of their fathers.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So such things, I think parents, we should get that friend code to our children.
Yeah, anyway, you've talked about friend code. So what do you think is the best or safe way of us young people or young children to communicate to our parents about relationships?
As the law states that people under 18 according to the constitution,
yes,
it's like I perceive the right to love, but I didn't know which kind of love, because
and that is constitution is above 18,
yeah,
but now here we're talking about young people who are 17, because as you see, these Gen Z people we're going on a high rate, on a, how should I say it, a high rate, a faster rate. A child of 15 years, you might find them more exposed, more way exposed than us who are in 20s. So how do you think it would be a safe, or what do you think would be a safe way or a best way of us young people communicating to our parents about relationships? Because in Africa, it is why you finding omwana ogamba ku taata we nti oba maama we nti nina omulenzi gwe njagala gwendaba, ezo zijjaba kibooko, ejjaba punishment olime that whole thing, you understand? Yet it would be better for us to communicate to our parents, like you said, for them to advise us or to tell us what we can do. So what do you think is a safe way for us to communicate to them about relationships?
So for me, the safe way, according to my opinion, I'm not observing any safe way, because when you get into these things of relationships, there are some effects, like pregnancy, HIV, the fact that we are below 18 years of age. When we get such side effects, then those effects will send them back to our parents.
But do you know how that comes? You getting those side effects is because you've not been guided by your parents. You're ignorant about this whole thing you're starting. But maybe if you communicate, if you tell mommy, you know what, mommy, this and this is happening, how can I handle it? Maybe there you'll be guided into doing something that is right. you had something to say. Then after we go to the girls who are. Yeah, please do.
Yeah, we came to school to study, right? To get some knowledge.
Yes.
Yeah. And in classes, we have like our good teachers. They keep on telling us like, be polite to your parents.
Yes.
Yeah, for me, let me be that example. I'm polite to my parents. I tell them each and everything.
That happens to your life.
Yeah.
Your mother knows the girl you're dating because I'm sure you are.
Yeah, she knows.
She knows.
She knows. But
She
at
has
some
never seen
point,
her?
wait.
No, I'm trying to ask so that we get to the same point.
Actually,
Does she know the girl you're dating?
yeah, she knows her.
Eh? She knows her. Does she advise you on what to do
Yeah.
and on what to do?
It's where I was heading actually.
Okay, let's go on.
Yeah, since I tell my mother everything, everything I go through, yeah, she takes that time as a parent and she maybe takes me to her room, explain to me everything.
Yes.
Tell me, Kelly, this bad, this
This
good.
good.
You should do this, but don't go far.
Okay.
You get. At a point that Martin really needed something that was better than that. Since it was the man, the father,
The father to the girl.
actually he had to act as a father to the same Martin. You get.
So he had to act as a father to both of them, the girl and the boy.
Exactly. Exactly.
It
Yeah.
wasn't parental because a parent cannot take
You're
again,
right.
take someone's another
Life.
child's life, you know. Yet you
Yeah.
also have the white basic.
Like sit them down.
You know,
and
yeah,
tell
it's like,
them.
as a father,
Yeah.
as a good father, that's
Yes.
what I was saying, that parents, this generation, okay, like we have some parents, okay, like not all, but some of them are tough.
Yes.
You know, some of them are tough to that extent of being so brutal, extent of being so
I know. So let's see how our dear girls can communicate safely about relationships to their parents. How do you think you as a girl child? Because actually in this thing we are affected mostly. Because what happened wouldn't leave that girl's mind. Actually, I think this is what happens, okay? So you as a girl child, how do you think we would communicate to our parents safely about relationships?
According to me, I want to be sincere with you because my mom, she's a very, very tough woman. And one thing we should get to know is get attached to our parents, that we can tell them everything. It starts when you're a kid. It doesn't start when you're already that big girl, only when you're already that big boy. Yes, I grew up with my grandma, but I spent most of my time with her. But then when time came, I went to my mom. I had to get used to her no matter what. I had to. This is a woman that when I turned 18, I told her. I literally spoke to her. I told her, Mommy, I also see this, I also see that, I also want that, I want that. You get? And she'd be like, Maureen, this is bad. Maureen, okay, try. Even getting a phone at our home was a big deal. The first time I got my phone, trust me, they locked me inside. She told me, Maureen, you don't want to be a good girl, I'll make you be a good girl. Then with time, she understood and she told me, no phone calls at night. During the day, it's fine. There is no problem. Then when I turned 20, something of last year, I told my mom, there was this one boy that I felt like I liked him. I was even scared to tell my mom, but when we went to do our normal farm work with her, it was only me and her. As we were digging, as I was getting tired, I started telling her, oh, Mommy, first tell me how you met my dad and stuff. Then I told her, Mommy, I have this person. Then she asked me, what? I said, I have this person. Who is that? Then I told her. After telling her, she told me, Maureen, you know my condition very well. And you know what I want from you. I told her, yes, Mommy, I know that. When you get pregnant at this time, when you get HIV at this time, trust me. The moment you get pregnant, that kid of yours, I'm taking to toilet. That's what my mommy tells me. And that's why me, boys, yes, we're friends. Relationship stops math. Relationship whereby we don't exceed. You get? We don't exceed because I don't want to disappoint my mom at this time because I'm working on a lot of things and I don't want to disappoint her. At least that's not disappointing, but maybe at around of 24, that's when I'm planning. That's when I'll now make her realize. But one thing we should know is getting to know your child first. Get used to your child. You're the one that can get used to your child. You know, we have these kids that grow up, that they're introverts, they don't talk, they just... You need to talk to them. It's you to talk to them, you know? It's you to talk to them. It's you to tell them what is going on. And then there is one thing. You being too friendly to your child is also bad.
Yeah. And look, sometimes it isn't about being too friendly. Be a friend to your child, but also put that line of respect. Let your child respect you, but at the same time, feel safe and comfortable with you, because they're two different things. They might respect you, but then they don't feel safe or comfortable with you. But then they should respect you, but at the same time, comfortable with you.
That's the exact thing. Because if you're getting too friendly to your child, whereby anything, she'll be like, my mommy doesn't. I don't think she's going to quarrel. I don't think, hey, my mom, you do anything wrong? She even mention, we know? Really?
Like, okay, let's see what the speaker has to say about how safely can we communicate to our parents when it comes to relationships.
My opinion on that is how safely you can communicate is you need to like target them when they're in that good mood. Yes, when they're in that good mood, and then you be like, you know what, this and this and this. Then also, in case they fail to understand, you can maybe like go to that one. There's always that one close auntie. Yeah, that auntie whom you're close to. Yeah, exactly. You can go to her. Then maybe she'll understand. Then maybe she can be the go-between between you and your parent. Maybe in that way she can be angry, but then she won't be angry at you straightforward. So that maybe the time she gets to reach unto you, like the anger would have cooled down a little bit. Then she won't be that mad. They won't be able to express their anger in a way that they were supposed to the first time.
Okay, thank you so much for sharing. That was really good. Thank you so much for giving me your ideas. And to all parents watching out there, please let us try to connect. Let us try to connect with our children, because it all starts with them being your friend, or them trusting you and being able to tell you everything that they go through. To a child who has grown up maybe fearing their parents, how can I say it? They're falling in too much trouble because they don't have advice from the right people. Or maybe so they tend to go to other people, maybe about again about that good advice. So I urge you all parents to please sit down your children, talk to them, not as parents, but as friends. But as you're doing that, keep that line of respect, okay? And not too much love. That will spoil them. Thank you so much for watching. It has been the Cool Teens podcast, and I'm your host Precious. Signing Babazi. So we'll meet next time. I sign out. Bye.
Nenyo omwenge nempulira kale nga nvuddeko nze sikyategeera bintu.